like go live in landscape, but I gotta, hold on. Is this okay? No, it's not. Look at this. There's no cinematography in my background, believe me. Like, where am I even supposed to be looking? Over here. Okay. This is your daily tarot card reading from Born Without Boundaries Tarot. Over here on Astrology Motivation. That means yes, Born Without Boundaries Tarot is my first and premier channel. So go check that out for your zodiac specific readings every single week. What's up, Spice? Hey, I need a wealth reading. Dude, who the fuck are you to just jump on this shit, tell me what you need? This isn't on-demand shit. Dude, what the fuck? Like, who even does that shit? You know how rude you just were? Stop. I'm over here trying to like go here, like trusting YouTube isn't going to send me like the constant spammers that Instagram does. And the first thing that I get is just a dick. Remove, report, peace the fuck out. Jesus, this is why I stopped coming live over here. Yay. I'm happy I migrated over here too, man. And ooh, 11 people here. 1. What, hey, Sha. Yeah, I'm happy I'm over here too. I am, but like, I just need like moderators or something because this is just like the first thing on. You get the trolls. Dude, stop. You're out. You're out. Goodbye. Anyway, hi. It's so nice to have you guys here. Yeah, definitely need moderators for these assholes. Fucking. Anyway, let's get into the daily tarot card reading. This is a daily tarot card reading for all, for anyone. I shouldn't say it's for everyone. It's just not sign specific. So if you're called to join us live and you're called to be a part of this chat, hey, and you're like called to it, then that's how you know it's for you. It's got nothing to do with zodiac sign specific anything. It's just energies calling you. So it's not for everyone, but it is for anyone. And this is daily. So take this, whatever you're seeing this. I don't really put a timestamp here. Hey, Catherine. I don't put a really timestamp here. But what I do is say that this is within a 24-hour period. So this is daily. So whenever you're watching it, and there's a lot of dailies on my channel. I keep them there. Why? So that you can go and watch dailies that have any daily that has a title that draws you in and appeals to you. Watch, because it's advice that you might really need to hear. Where is the moon? So today is Wednesday. The moon is in Taurus. Moon in Taurus is a really nice place for the moon. And it's just, the moon feels good here, right? It feels safe. It feels protected. It feels not so moody and crazy because there's like that Taurus energy is giving it a firm foundation and direction. It's really beautiful. Dude, you were fucking, I blocked you from the channel. How are you still here? You have been reported. That's crazy. I legitimately reported that guy how many times and he's still slipping through. Why is that happening? Yes, it's chilly here. Yeah, it's chilly. For San Diego. For San Diego, it feels chilly. No, not for 300 seconds. Hyde, New Jersey. Hold on. Gonna have to woohoo! Yes, you made it. Absolutely, you did make it. So let's get into the daily tarot. Hold it says Cloud forests embody air and inspiration. They demonstrate ingenuity in gathering resources. Do you know what a cloud forest is? Because I didn't know until I visited one in Ecuador. And it really is, it's not a rainforest because it's not heavy rain, but it's just it's a tropical forest that sits in like dense cloud cover, and so it's always moist, and so it's called a cloud forest instead of a rainforest. And where were we? We were in Mindo. This is a town in Ecuador that is right in the middle of a cloud forest. Absolutely exquisitely beautiful land. And it was a wonderful place to visit. Hi Julie in Oklahoma. But yeah, for right now, for me, it's a little bit chilly out here in San Diego. It's wonderful sleeping weather, but it's like, you know, I'd like it to be over 70 degrees every single day, and that's just not it. I have my window wide open. Maybe I shouldn't have it wide open, but I wanted to get some fresh air in the house. So yeah, Google cloud forest. It's really beautiful. Like I've heard of rainforest, of course, but I never heard of the cloud forest. And that's why I love this book. And no, this is not like a paid promotion or anything, but this is the Witch's Date book, Llewellyn's Witch's Date. And Llewellyn is one of the oldest publishers of spiritual content in the States. And so it's just a remarkable kind of publishing company. And this book that they put out every year is a date book. You know, it has monthly layouts, and then it has daily layouts. And it's really awesome. Every day they mark where the planets are astronomically, and then they put little tidbits in about different kinds of cultures or things around the world. And I just highly recommend this book because, especially if you're new to astrology, it really helps you keep track, you know, very easily. It breaks things down for you. And it also gives you little tidbits and tips about different kinds of yoga moves or recipes, and sometimes spells. And recipes, in a way, are spells, and especially if you infuse it with your, it is lovely. It is lovely. And they put one out every single year. I've already ordered, I hope this isn't reversed for you guys, but I've already ordered mine for 2022 because it's just become an invaluable part of my practice. Now, I'm not a Wiccan. I don't practice witchcraft. Not that anybody shouldn't be proud to do so, but I don't. And I'm saying you don't have to be a witch. This isn't like I always say, the Farmer's Almanac is not just for farmers. You know what I'm saying? Anybody can read it. And I, just as a practitioner of astrology and tarot and how deeply connected I am to spirituality and spiritual concepts and theology, I love this book. It's just such a great place to begin. It's a great place to root yourself in because they're not exclusive. You know, they don't just celebrate Wiccan holidays. They celebrate all holidays. You know, they mark when Hanukkah begins and ends. They mark Christmas. They mark so many different holidays you wouldn't even know exist throughout the world. And I've always loved history, and I've always loved culture and anthropology. So this book is just really steeped in connectivity, and I fucking love it. It's like a one-stop shop to everything basic that connects us. And I think it's great. I really think it's great, so I recommend it to everybody. Anyway, that's what I'm reading from right now. There's a lot going on this week, guys. So Venus goes into retrograde on the 19th. Chiron goes direct on the 19th. The moon enters Cancer on the 19th. There's a full moon in Gemini on Saturday. It's called the Elder Moon. Really beautiful. We just learned about how elder corresponds to air and Venus, which is interesting that Venus is going into retrograde so close to when this moon is full. Hello to you, Beth, in Pennsylvania. It's just such a fascinating week for shifts, for reestablishing our relationship with relationships and connectivity and what we feel about things and how we feel about people. You know, how we deal with things. Retrogrades are actually beautiful times, if we don't rush through them, to be able to get reminded of stuff that we still need to work on and work toward. Hi, Alabama. And it's all coming up with Venus. So Venus will you can be concerned with maybe how you look, and even to a certain extent, how you look is related to how you feel, right? Balancing out aesthetics with health. Taurus North Gemini rising, Taurus North node, you're saying? Taurus North node, Gemini rising, strong energy for you especially. Yeah, because Taurus and Libra, if those are prominent placements in your chart, of course they're going to be impacted by a Venus retrograde, because Venus is their ruling dignitary. So ultimately, it doesn't mean that something bad's going to happen to you. It just means that you may not feel like you have as much energy. And I'm going to be doing a whole thing on the Venus retrograde. I was supposed to do it today. Oh, thank you so much. Madam Matriarch, you donate every time I come on here. And I just want to let you know how grateful I am to you for doing that. That's beautiful contributions. Anybody can live chat that wants to. I mean, anything is a wonderful donation, and I'm so grateful for it. So thank you so much. Yeah, so what I am going to do is I'm probably going to go live on Friday and dedicate Fridays to Venusology, just in terms of how the Venus retrograde is going to be impacting high call each sign. Kind of just important stuff. I think really important. I could not get the work done by today. I've had some stuff to do and plan out with my family, so I just have not been able to do the work. Research is involved in all astrology. Like a fundamental of astrology is research. So hi Ruthie. I just want to say I appreciate all the people who are good. When I'm yelling at people, I'm not yelling at you good people. I'm yelling at nasty people who try to make my life miserable just for the sake of getting attention. The trolls of this world. And this is why ultimately I had stopped coming live on, because the one thing that YouTube has that Instagram doesn't usually is trolls, right? I hate the trolling. I really can't stand it. But Instagram has gotten so littered with spammers that it's almost hard to like protect my content over there. And as well, they have so many glitches when it comes to iPhone. Every time my phone rings, something goes out. You know, I can't get back to you. I can't just reject the call and come back. The sound goes out. And I've reported it multiple times to Instagram, and Instagram has not done anything to fix it. Oh, you're so freaking sweet. Thank you so much, Karma Cares. I really appreciate it. And I love the little hippo too. It was so cute. Okay. Some of these stickers are just freaking adorable. So thank you so much, Karma Cares. God bless you. Yeah, let's get into the reading. That's what we're here for, right? Like I said, this is a daily tarot card reading. How do you know where you are in your chart? How do you know where you are in your chart? How do you figure it out? What do you mean where you are in your chart? Oh, so let's start with the basic answer to that question, Julie. You go and get yourself a free natal chart. You don't ever have to have an astrologer run your natal chart. That's not what you pay a real astrologer for, because there are so many places where you can get a free natal chart. So you go online and you just Google free natal chart, and you'll come up with so many hits. The company I recommend is cafeastrology.com, because if you don't have the money, hi, Aunt Number One. Wait, hi. If you don't have the money right now to get a full analysis by an astrologer who can definitely personalize your experience, cafeastrology.com not only runs your natal chart, but it'll give you an aspect by aspect breakdown of what everything means. Like what Taurus in the first house means, what Sun in the first house means, it'll give you a breakdown. It's still not like specialized and personalized, but also astrology is based on this general knowledge. So it's a really good baseline. What you will need is you'll need your date of birth, your place of birth, and your time of birth. And we all know our birth date, right? but your birth certificate is what will give you, or your mom or dad will give you when you were born, the time you were born, and the location on this planet, because that's what sets all the wheels in place and locks them in to know what your natal chart, what your natal map looked like. And that's where you want to begin, right? And then you can easily reach out to an astrologer who can analyze predictively what all of these things may mean for you. They can do synastry charts, but I would start there. I would start with a basic free natal chart, right? And that'll help you understand your placements and help you get to know yourself a little bit better, which is really where all astrology starts from. Understanding of ourself in relationship to the cosmos and the world around us. Yeah, hold on. I got a little, my nose is running because I'm a little chilly. I'm going to close the door over a little bit because it's a little too cold for me. I know, little Bopuses. It feels good to Kisses, right? It feels good to her. Can you guys see Kisses? You can see the top of her head right here. She's just right. She's right beside me. She's so cute. Hey, Sarah. Yeah, she's just right beside me. She's so cute. Mommy loves a baby. And Mommy loves that baby. She does. She loves that baby. She's so cute. Anyway. All right, let me get into the reading, right? Let's do it. What do we need or not? What do we want to know? God, what do we need to know? Okay, so we're a little bit confused about why we were left behind by somebody, why we were abandoned, why somebody didn't choose us. This could also mean more introspectively that we're feeling very personally lost regarding what we want, what we want, like what really appeals to us other than cafe astrology, which doesn't go into as much detail as I'm looking for. What other sites do you recommend? Cole, if you're looking for more insight than what cafe astrology provides, because they provide what I find to be the most insight, I would definitely recommend you going to an actual astrologer and just working with them. Because in terms of general knowledge, general information, they provide the most. There's another website, I forget their name. I just go through Google and put it in. And they do also provide like Chinese placements. Oh, shit. Sha, you're the best. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. To the little pair doing a bow. So cute, dude. These stickers are so freaking adorable. Like, thank you so much, Sha. You're the best. I really appreciate it. And I really appreciate you finding me on Instagram, too. I'm still going to be posting cool shit on Instagram. I may spontaneously go live over there sometimes, but there's too much interruption with the dailies. Like just because my phone rings, I lose sound. Is there any significance to having the same sign in sun and? Okay, wait. How do I get the chat back? Okay. Is there any significance to having the same sign in sun and north node? Well, the significance is that your life purpose is going to make you a little bit more bold in the discomfort that the north node can cause. And the north node is not evil by any extent. It's beautiful. And the north node, you have to understand, when we talk about the north node, we always talk about the south node too. Because the truth is, the important part of north and south node is the pathway they make. It's their path. It's basically your personal pathway through life, right? And so the north node is where you've headed where you don't know, right? You don't have any experience there yet. It's exciting, but it's also challenging. To have a sun in the same sign, it could give you more confidence, but it could also, there's a downside to everything. It could also make you feel a little bit too confident and think you know something before you do. So in one aspect, it's going to give you like more confidence to not be afraid of you're not going to be as uncomfortable as you could be, but at the same time, you could get a little bit cocky and think you know something that you really don't know completely yet. It's definitely saying that it's kind of a blessing because you're really aligned and paying attention to the energies that your north node is going to be challenging you with. in terms of fate and destiny and karma, I'd have to do more research on that. Just what that may mean. But if from an astrology point of view and what it means about your life and your life path, that's what it would mean. So we have the Temperance card that's just came out. So it's almost like saying have patience with yourself. Mine are in Scorpio. So Scorpio's a lot with transformative energy. It's a lot. I wouldn't be surprised if you, in some ways, always become people's guide when it comes to loss and heartbreak, or maybe even death itself. A lot of times people will be very drawn to you because ultimately this is a discomfort that you're very used to, whereas they aren't. And you can be of service, or it's almost like you're a natural guide through those really uncomfortable areas in life. I wouldn't be surprised if that hasn't happened to you your whole life. Anyway, so here we have Temperance, right? And Temperance is really beautiful because it's like this angel coming down and saying, I'm going to help you through this and I'm going to help you figure stuff out. Because honestly, it's also a time marker. It's saying it's happening in Sagittarius season. So we know this is about right here, right now. Here we go. This is a daily anyway, right? Why have we been left behind? Or have we been rejected? Or have we not been selected or chosen? Or feeling left behind because you can't make up your mind? And Temperance is here to say, listen, this is where you're supposed to be right now. This is how to make it work for you. This is how to use it to your advantage. Then we have the Six of Wands here. On this side of this card in this deck, it is victory and success, but it's also like, some people are angry because they feel like you should have given them more credit for where you ended up. So there could be something that's being revealed, or you've been left behind because you're starting to realize people thought you should have given them more credit for helping you. I'm not saying that's the truth, but this is the perception. And then we have Gemini energy. Ooh. Gemini, this is the Lovers. You're starting, so in other words, the way this is unfolding now is as we move closer to Venus retrograde, which is exactly the energy that we're in, this is helping, you're going to start to understand why somebody didn't choose you. That's where it comes down to on the most personal level, the most pragmatic level, why somebody didn't choose you or why something didn't work out. Or what are the points of contention within your relationship, within your situation. Now, this is very destructive energy. Hey, Wendy, Gemini. This is very destructive energy. It's the Five of Wands, which means there's a lot of, which means people have tried, like purposely. This has to do with maybe how people who have actually tried to get in your way, or people who are attacking you. There could be that sense of like, this is some insight into why people are attacking you, or how this contention could really start hurting things, or how it has started hurting things. This is our central energy. Oh. And then this is like stalling us, or self-centeredness. Maybe somebody being very self-centered, or only thinking of themselves and only looking for the benefit of themselves, and not right, or not, at least not letting people know that they care, too into what they were doing to notice anybody on the outside. This is interesting. Now, once again, this isn't a profile of an evil person. This is the way somebody has perceived you, or you have perceived somebody, right? But ultimately, this could just be somebody who is so into what they do, they really weren't focused on how they were affecting people, or they didn't know that somebody had even been affected or wanted their attention. That could be it too. Okay. Okay. So now we have the Hierophant, which is seeing beyond tradition, seeing beyond what has been established, seeing beyond the status quo, and even starting to question the status quo. And then we have Death, which is a pure ending. When it's in reverse, this really does mean something has come to an end. Yeah, this could be something has come to an end, which has to do with the tradition, right? What has to do with, thank you so much for your contributions. That's really wonderful, guys. I appreciate it. Yeah, so the death card in reverse is a definite ending. It could be a physical death, of course. It could represent that. It's not a prediction that somebody's going to die. This could be what you're dealing with, what you're going through, and causing a lot of trouble because of it, or a sense of you really wanting to end something, especially something that you've established. You're done with it because of the amount of contention it's causing in your life. Okay, hold on. This is a tower moment, which means, but this is internal tower. So this is something in you is snapping. You know, it's crumbling from the inside, maybe for a good thing. It may be a good reason. It may be, oh, I'm sorry that your dog passed away. That's one of the, honestly, from somebody who's lost a parent and multiple aunts and uncles and friends, your dog passing hits you in a way that nothing else hits you. It's because the love is so pure. There's never going to be a love more pure than between you and an animal. There's just no complications in it. And when you have that kind of love in your life and then it's gone, it's a real thud. So I'm sending out prayers and hugs to you. I'm sorry that your dog passed away, and give yourself time to recover from that as long as you need. It took me 3 years to even start looking for another dog, right? I couldn't fathom looking for another dog. I thought I was cheating on my Shelby. I was horrible. But then I got ready. I kind of started feeling that. Mama Manifest, it was good leaving IG, and now you're, yeah, I mean, yes. And you know what, Mama? Let me tell you something. The first person I had on here was a fucking troll, and I was like, oh, this is exactly why I went to Instagram to begin with. But ultimately, I think this is a better place for me. So we have the tower here, right? Something is changing inside of you. And then we have the this dude right here. Now let me tell you something right here. This is the making of a disaster, and I'll tell you why. Because it's almost like you're thinking that because there's contention and because there's too much to fight, I should give up and just serve other people and take the traditional route and do the safe thing. And ultimately, that's not where I want to see you guys end up. I don't. But it is definitely a warning tale. A tale of, this is Virgo energy. Yeah, it's almost like you're using sense in the wrong way. You're using common sense in the wrong way. You're using common sense to try to stick you to a place, but really it's not common sense, it's fear. You're covering up fear in common sense, and it's bullshit. And this is where we have to do some introspection and realize where we've given up on things that we shouldn't have given up on just because the fight got too hard, got too heated, and we felt like, wow, I'm going to be destroyed if I stay here. Well, maybe you're supposed to be destroyed. Maybe not all of you, not physically, but maybe part of you is supposed to be destroyed. Maybe the part of you that gets scared is supposed to be destroyed. Maybe the part of you that used to be was supposed to be destroyed. There's something here that to avoid the destruction or to avoid the negative feedback, you made a decision, and ultimately it wasn't a great decision, because guess what's on the other side of your fear is your abundance. This is the Empress, dude. It's the Empress. In other words, if I had to sum up this reading and these cards, I would say do not be afraid of competition. Do not back down from competition. That's the moral of the story right here. Do not back down from competition. Competition is part, even when you lose, you're better off than you were just on the sidelines not trying. Okay? You got to get back out there and keep on going and keep on competing. Don't stop just because you have contention. Was homeless, much more loss of tower moments. Finally, see? I mean, thank God. And that's hard. When you're homeless, there's so many societal feedbacks that say you're worthless, you haven't done something right. And you know what? What if you haven't done something right? What if you did mess up? That still doesn't mean you're worthless. Everybody makes mistakes. Some of us take harder falls. Some of us just have to pay heavier prices because we don't have people protecting us. You know, so ultimately, what I can say is this. No matter how bad it's gotten, don't stop fighting and don't stop getting out there, because at the end of the day, you're going to regret it more than you will ever know. Really, you got to stay in this game, right? Don't back down from competition or contention. Just don't do it. Hey, so glad you're live on YouTube. Me too. Let's get into the moon energy, moonology card. Okay, we have emotions are running high, which is true, man. There's a lot of contention here. There's a lot of pushback. There's a lot of people like that. You're angry. You know what? Anger is part of human existence, right? Anger can be hard to control. That's the danger of anger, in that it can make you do stupid shit that you're going to regret, right? Emotions are running high today. Don't let these emotions make you make a decision to go back on yourself and what you decided and say, well, I'm just going to turn back around because I'm too scared to keep moving forward, or I don't want to go through this. I don't want to feel this. Please don't do this, because everything you want is on the other side of fear. And somebody really needs to hear this, dude. Somebody really needs to hear this right now. Emotions are running high. Wow. Who the fuck sent this to me? Which one of you guys is focused on love? Which one? Who out there? We're gonna be like fucking Romper Room. Was it Laura? Was it Jonathan? You know, like, I fucking see you. I really needed this. Thank you. Welcome, Julie. Who sent me this card? Whose fucking energy put that shit here? Love begins. All right, emotions are running high. You know, sometimes this for some of y'all, this could be sexual tension. This could be, oh, I'm pissed at you because I really want to fuck you. For some of y'all, it could be. And if you give up, if I sit back and I'm looking at this now, so there's a lot of love here. Whether it's for like a couple, like between people, or love for what you do, right? If you have passion, don't let any amount of contention, any amount of rejection stop you. You have to keep going. The passion is like a message from God saying, you ain't done, bitch. You ain't running out of fuel till I stop providing it. And I just filled your ass up. So you got to keep on going. If I tell you to fight, you fight. You know, it's that kind of message. Also, love begins. There's some kind of like clashing here that may very well be. And this could have to do with, you know, it's almost like in some ways the tension is making you love this situation or this person more. Do I have a lot of Scorpios online right now? Because this sounds like y'all. It sounds like you, motherfucker. It does. Passion, passion, passion here. Don't settle for boring, guys. Don't do it. Don't settle for safety. So many times in our lives, we settle for safety. And that is just such a bullshit existence. We're sitting here afraid of death. I'm serious. Like, you're one step from the grave when you settle for safety. You really are. You really are. I'm not trying to tell anybody to go out there and take stupid ass risks. But if you have a passion and it's burning inside of you, I know there's contention. I know that there's, you know, a lot more doors are going to close on you. Listen, all the doors are going to close on you except for one. That means a whole hell of a lot more rejection is what you're going to experience than acceptance. But the moment you get that acceptance, the moment you get that door open for you, that's your direction. That's your true north. That's where you're supposed to go. And yeah, a lot of times we hear those stories, and I hate those stories because they make it sound like if you don't knock on the right door the first time, then it wasn't meant to be. Fuck that shit. Of course it was meant to be. Then you go and get it all, Wendy, but just know what all of that is. I want it all. What? You know what I'm saying? Like, Be very specific with I want it all, because when you talk to the universe, they'll send you it all. It just may not be all that you want. So be like, what do I want? And yeah, keep going. Keep going until you have what you know in your heart you were designed for. I'm not even going to say deserve. I legitimately and intentionally tiptoed around that word because it's not about deserving. What were you designed for? If you know that you were designed for this, then you have to be this. You can't let contention or anybody else tell you who you are. Love begins. That's it. Oh, I love that. Well, okay. Love begins how, where, when. Just let me know. Let me know. Message in a bottle. You know what? Let me tell y'all something. Oh, shut the fuck up. One of y'all has possessed my reading because this was not in my goddamn brain. Whatever, whoever needs to hear this. So, like, as soon as I saw a message in a bottle, I was like, there's a message coming in. So, and a message in a bottle for me is a message that was created for you a long time ago. It's just finally arriving now. Right? So something that was planned for you a long time ago, maybe if it was just information, this could have been miscommunication, right? This could have been like somebody told somebody something. But you ever see West Side Story or Romeo and Juliet? Like the tragedy of that shit, like all this contention just because we got our fucking messages crossed. And this is why you got to like hold tight to love and not let it go when you don't get the feedback you were expecting or hoping for immediately. If there's still love there, you gotta respect and honor the love. Don't try to throw the love away just because you haven't gotten the feedback. Now, I'm not trying to be like obsess over somebody who has made it clear to you they don't want your ass, okay? I'm saying that there was something here that is unfinished, that you did not receive a fucking message. It's out there. It's still that shit is still in the mail. USPS, they got a lot of issues. They did not deliver it. This is a message that is just coming to you. You were supposed to get it, and it was from something that you were designed for. Soulmate, I'm going to take this really esoterically speaking. It's something that you were designed for, something that was designed for you, so that you could both encourage each other's growth. It may be a person. It could also be your soul purpose. So don't think that, oh, I don't care about love, then this reading is not for you. It is for you because this is part of your soul purpose. It was a connection you were supposed to make, and really not all soulmates are people we gonna fuck, okay? Sometimes our soulmates are our children. Sometimes they're going to be our next boss. Sometimes they're going to be our best friend. But what you know about a soulmate is they change your life for the better. You have that effect on each other. You both change each other's lives, and you encourage each other, and you fill each other with hope, faith, and joy and love. So that's a soulmate, right? So ultimately, what I want you to know is there's a soulmate coming. There's a connection coming. There's a message coming. Somebody has wanted your ass for a while to connect with you on something that's very important. And it may not be what you're thinking, but I'll tell you, it's going to be better than what you imagined. It always is. When you let God in, let him, her, whatever they, I don't give a shit what you call it. God's bigger than pronouns anyway, so whatever pronoun you want to use, go ahead. I just don't like calling God it because I feel that's disrespectful. But like whatever you consider God to be, when you leave room for God to start maneuvering, it's going to be better than you have the ability to understand. Always. So you just got to leave that room. And I'm telling you, this message was trying to get to you. This is friendship, joy, and celebration. Being surrounded by your friends. Maybe friends connecting with you in your time of need. Right? Friends connecting with you just when you need to hear it most. When you're in a bunch of fucking trouble because you got yourself up shit's creek. A sense of, no, I want to help you. I want to help you. Somebody is coming to help. Somebody is coming to your aid. Right? Aid and assistance. And I'm not trying to say, because I don't like the whole damsel in distress shit, you know. But it's like, if you need help, you ask for help. Yeah. We have I am truth. So don't trust your instincts was what this card is saying. Don't let somebody on the outside convince you out of what you know is real. Don't do it. Like you're sitting, this little girl sitting over here in the corner knowing exactly what's up, but she's scared to step on somebody else's toes. Listen, if you're telling the truth and it steps on somebody's toes, their toes shouldn't have been there to begin with because the truth doesn't lie, right? So, right, those toes didn't belong there if the truth is stepping on them. So understand that you definitely know something, and what you know, what you feel inside your heart is real. And at the very least, don't try to convince yourself out of it. Don't do that, because that's doing a disservice to you and everything that you are. Oh. Lordy. We have traveler. I love this. Move in a new direction. Shut the front door. You're about to move, bitch. Whoa. Enjoy success and happiness. It's in reverse. Why? I understand. You were moving away from your success. One of y'all was about to move away from y'all success. You were about to leave it behind because it wasn't working out the way you expected it. I'm going to tell you right now, do not do this shit. It could also be that you're being asked to move because you were not fulfilling your purpose. That could be, let me go back because the sun card is in reverse, which is egotism. You know, it's self-centeredness. Once again, we got that with the Knight of Wands in reverse. This is a sense of move away from that. Move away from arrogance. Move away from egotism. Move away from, I'm too good for this shit. Move away from that. And move toward inclusivity. Move toward, I trust people. Move toward, people are really on my side. I know not everybody is, but most people are. This is moving in a different direction of what your heart feels, of your heart space, you know, of move away from being selfish or self-centered. This is also a sense of somebody is moving away from being selfish and self-centered or being all alone. Oh, damn. I am light. I will fight. There's a lot of fighting here, right? And I feel open. Beautiful energy. So you're openly fighting something. You're openly fighting something because you believe in it and you know that it's right. You're openly fighting for something because you know, like, don't sit there and let your opportunity pass you by because you're afraid of being too aggressive or marked as a bitch or you stepped out of line. You got to step out of line. You got to step out of line to get to the front of it. That line is just a fucking distraction mechanism right now. It's like you've got to do what you've got to do. I feel open. Good. Good. Memories. Cherish memories of loved ones. That's interesting. That's kind of like off. I feel like it's off topic, but maybe it's not. Maybe it's not. Don't worry, be happy. We've been taking things too seriously and too heavily. Too like, we're getting too scared. We just are. We're just getting too scared for something. Don't worry, be happy. Memories. Don't worry, be happy. Memories. This could even mean in some ways, see things from a different perspective. Because when we're remembering things, right? When we're remembering things, we put a lot of emotion into them. But memories are all just dreams. Because we never imagine things the way they actually were. And so if you want to see things differently, especially if you want to change your relationship with somebody now, you have to go back and take those memories and make them into the way you want to feel now, right? Instead of my mother abandoned me, right? Not to say that she didn't, not to say that you deny that, but instead to say my mother was scared. She was young, and from her perspective, even if it was selfish, it was the best she knew how to do with what she had. That opens the door. That's not making excuses for her, but it opens the door to forgiveness. It opens the door to love where once love was shut out. And what does that do? It doesn't do shit for your mother. It does everything for you, right? I had to make a decision a long time ago because I had one of those crazy ass mothers. I had to make a decision a long time ago, or a while ago, not a long time ago, but I had to make a decision a long time ago. And that decision was this. Do I want a mother? Do I want to feel loved, or do I not want to feel loved? Because if I don't want to feel loved, I can keep this state of death and sadness and anger in me. But if I want to feel loved, I can look back on this shit and see it from a different perspective, a perspective that will allow the light in. A perspective that will allow some room for love. And I'm not doing it for her. I'm doing it for me. Because I deserve to feel love, don't I? Especially where it was denied to me. And if I have the power now to tweak a memory through perspective so that I have now a conduit for love to flow to me where once it didn't, I'm going to do that shit. I'm going to do that shit because I deserve it. Got nothing to do with anybody else. You know what I'm saying? So ultimately, that's kind of what you have to kind of like do. You know, you're not making excuses for nobody. You're making love for yourself. You're making room for healing for yourself. Me when I was, but got murdered when I was, oh God, please. Oh, Jesus Christ. Hot damn. Yeah. Oh God. So that's a lot, you know, because you're never going to hear I'm sorry. Your mother's dead. You're never going to hear it. But it doesn't matter. What matters is you being able to get yourself to a point where you can let love in where it was once cut off from you. Because that heals you. That's like blood flow coming back to your legs so you can walk again. You're doing it for you. You're doing it for you. You're not doing it for anybody else, and you deserve it. That's why I say I'm such a mental health advocate, right? Because I know what therapy does, right? I do. And it's like, you don't do it for anybody else. You don't do it for people so that you won't be a burden to somebody, or you won't scare people, or you won't. No, you do it because you deserve it. You deserve therapy. You don't need therapy. You deserve therapy, right? You were designed to be better. So you deserve to be repaired so you can be the best of yourself. Like, that's what I feel. Oh. Whoa. Wait, postpone, pause, say no. And it's turned upside down. Now, what does that mean? It means somebody had said no and shouldn't have. That you were denied something that shouldn't have been denied to you. Or you said no to something and denied a pathway where you should not have done it. This is still a no, but it's a misplaced no. I'm very fond of the word no, because I believe that we have a need to set up boundaries for ourselves, right? Empower yourself to be able to say no. But this card is telling me that somewhere, at some time, we said no to something that we should not have. There was a closed door. This was not a no out of self-respect. This was a no out of fear. Somebody said no to doing something because they were afraid and maybe selfish, maybe greedy. They were just restrictive. It wasn't a no that says, I know I deserve better, so no. Right? This was a no good no. And that's what we're talking about now. How do we make good on those no good no's? Because don't watch this video and think every no is a bad thing, because it ain't. Okay? Many no's are wonderful things, and a lot of us, I'm looking at myself, a lot of us have to learn how to say no more often. Right? Like, nah, that's not the truth. Or no, I know better. Somebody wasn't telling themselves the truth. Somebody denied something and they weren't telling themselves the truth. So this is what our lovely retrograde is going to bring up. And I love it. I love it. We all need times of reflection. Ruby, bless your heart. Reach out for emotional and spiritual support to heal and mend your heart, which we were just talking about. Bless your heart. You personally, you right there, you, I'm looking at you. You bless your heart. Bless your heart by giving it what it needs to heal. Give your own heart that blessing. Reach out for emotional and spiritual support to heal and mend your heart. Amethyst, revealing your true self. As you allow others to know the real you, you'll feel love for who you truly are. There you go. Let your heart mend and let your heart know that it's good enough. You don't have to be somebody else. Let yourself feel all your emotions. Your entire rainbow spectrum of feelings is sending you important messages and guidance. That's probably the most important one. And your entire rainbow spectrum of feelings is sending you important messages and guidance. Honor it. Honor what you feel, not as truth, but as a true experience, right? And then in allowing that, you allow messages to come through. We've been denying something to ourselves. We've been denying something to ourselves that we shouldn't have been because we knew better. We had insight. We had insight. And just because we didn't have that tangible evidence, we were like, well, then fuck it. It can't be. And listen, it's not all the time. Guys, it's not all the time. Most of the time, I would suggest that if you don't have tangible evidence, move the fuck on until something comes back to make you change your mind. Well, this is it. Because I'm not one of those readers who are all just like, sit there and wait in a fucking corner because your heart feels like it. No, listen, you got to keep moving in life. Don't ever wait for a person or an opportunity. Keep living, keep going. But ultimately, this is about somebody shut themselves down because it didn't make enough sense. I'm not going to make enough money, or I'm going to risk my money, or look how many times I've been rejected. All of those things, right? That make sense, but really don't make sense, because that's not what we were doing it for. We were doing it because our heart told us to do it. And we have to remember our true motivation to be able to get back to the strength in our convictions. Healing angel. At this very moment, you are being bathed in gold, pink, and deep green light. Accept this healing. We, your angels, surround you with wings of love. You are eternally free, eternally fresh, and eternally abundant. Surrender. There is no point in pushing the barrow up such a steep hill. Go back to the start. Surrender your expectations. There is an easier way. When the time is right, a new path will appear. Creative potential. Word on. You are by nature infinitely creative. Life is a sea of creative potential just waiting to be expressed through you. You are free to express all your heart's desires. Keep creating, baby. Keep going. Even if you messed up, Keep going. Archangel Metatron. I am your link between heaven and earth. That's metaphorical too. Between your humanity and your divinity. I am here to help you heal the conflict that exists between your heart and mind. Feel me in your heart and thoughts. Through oneness, there is love. Y'all, we got some work to do. But that's okay. I'm on your side. You're on my side. And we're going to get through this shit. I just posted a meme on my Instagram account. And if you're interested in going to my Instagram account, come on over. Because I post good shit there. I just posted it. But do not look for me on Instagram ever. Just use the link on my profile header here. It's called a banner on YouTube, your channel banner. Just use the link. Just press the little icon and you'll get right to me. Don't use any other link. I just posted this meme and it was great. It was from my mentor. Her name is Laura, and she is from a place in Connecticut called Talisman and Cauldron. That's her spiritual shop. And she posted this fucking meme, and it was so true. She's like, 2 identical pictures of our planet. And the header, the line said, the world before and after you make a mistake. It hasn't ended. Nothing's changed. You still got so much life ahead of you. You were allowed to fuck up. And somewhere along the lines we did. This reading acknowledges we fucked up. We said no to something we should have said yes to. And we said no because of fear. I'm not talking about those things you said no to out of love. I'm not talking about those things that you said no to because you knew it was going to throw you off track. I'm talking about something that either you denied or was denied to you through fear or like limitations or whatever. We're going to revisit this shit. It's coming back up again. Message in a bottle. Either you got to deliver a message to somebody or somebody's got to deliver a message to you, but it's coming through. It's coming. I'm switching back and forth from Emperor to Empress energy. That's good, Infinity. How about this? Stop switching back and forth, baby. Build a bridge between the two. That's our real true goal in life. To take that divine feminine and divine masculine and see the connectivity between the two. And how they always have to work together. I love you guys. I'm going to get offline now. But I hope you have a wonderful day. I'll be on here tomorrow around the same time for another daily. And I hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for everybody who donated to the channel today. I'm very grateful. If you're looking to donate to the channel, you can definitely send me a super chat. Best way to donate to a channel is to get something in return. I believe in equal exchange. And that is through the extended readings on my weekly zodiacs. They're amazing readings. They're even better than the free readings on YouTube. And they should get a hell of a lot more traction than they do. Let's put it that way. So that's the best way. I love you guys, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.